Okay. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Priyanka. How are you?
Very good afternoon. I'm good. What about you? How are you?
Yes, I'm also doing great. I'm fit as a fiddle. I'm doing great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow, great. Good to hear that.
Yes. So before diving into the topic, so would you mind to introduce yourself?
Yes, I think I am first time on your channel,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So let me introduce myself.
Yes.
As you already know, my name is Priyanka. I am from Gurugram, Haryana. I have done masters, qualified UGC NET exam. Now I'm preparing for an assistant professor job. Simultaneously, I run a YouTube channel. Name is Speak with Priyanka Kataria, where I'm uploading conversational videos, sometimes some solo videos. And if I talk about my hobbies, so I love talking to people in this language, and I love reading books a lot. So
Okay.
this is about me.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I love to know about you, and you have a great hobby like reading books. And I can easily relate with you because I have a hobby also because whenever I get time, so I also try to read books. And same,
Yes, I
like I
know
like
that.
to talk to the people also.
Yeah. I know that you are also a reader. You also read.
Yeah.
So currently, which book are you reading?
And nowadays, I'm reading the book Power of Subconscious Mind. I mean, twice I'm reading this
Okay.
book. I read this book before, but some books I like
Okay.
most, so I try to read them at least twice or sometimes thrice also.
Okay, great. But
It depends.
nowadays I'm not reading self-help book. I don't know why I feel I should read something, some other things, because in all the self-help book there is things are little same. So I want to know like more. I want to learn more. So that is why I bought a sad book. I want to show you just a second.
Okay.
Yes. So this is the book I'm reading nowadays. This
Okay.
is a sad book
Okay.
and very
Okay.
popular on Instagram. So I thought
Okay.
let's give it
Okay.
a try
Great.
and I started reading it. It's
Yeah.
a love story kind of thing.
Okay. Great. 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 In our
Yes.
time, yeah, it's been a long time. I read some stories, books like by Chetan Bhagat, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I just want to read one or two book like this. Then I will again start reading some
Yeah.
other books.
Actually, it's important and it's good also to read different kinds of books to get a knowledge,
Hmm.
to get not only knowledge,
Yes.
to get a different perspective of the people also. Because reading book,
Yes.
which I feel means when I read books, so I feel okay, we are talking to the people and we are knowing about them, their perspective, because whatever
Hmm.
they have done throughout their life, they
Hmm.
summarize all the
Yes.
thoughts, all the memories, and all the experiences or the challenges in one book.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, that is true.
like it's
You
kind of
know,
squeezing, like
mm-hmm.
the way we squeeze the lemon. So the same way
Hmm.
they squeeze their life experiences in the book,
Yes.
in one book.
In one book,
Yeah.
yeah. In one book, they put a lot of efforts. They are learning
Yes.
whatever experiences they had in their life. So they try to put all the things in one book. So that is why, like, we should try to read
Yes.
every day so that we can, like, if there are only two things we can improve ourselves. That one is we have to interact with people. We can learn from them
Yes.
by interaction. Otherwise, if we don't have time or if we don't get chance to meet every day, then we can start reading. With the
Yes.
help of reading, we can learn from like-minded people.
Yes.
So
Which
this is
I
the
feel it
one of
makes
the
us
best
calm
thing.
also. Yeah. Books makes us calm, gives us peace.
Yes.
I feel, yeah.
Okay. So which one is your favorite book?
Actually, the book which I read, so that book becomes my favorite because it's not means the book which I take. But if I talk about
Mm-hmm.
only two or one or two books, so like Power of Subconscious Mind is very good book by Joseph Murphy, and
Mm-hmm.
one more book, Who Will Cry When You Die, by Robin Sharma.
Okay. Yes, I
Yeah.
have also read that.
Yes. So
My
this,
first book, I started reading from that. Who
okay.
will cry when you die?
Yeah,
Yes.
great means great perspective and great things he mentioned. The writer mentioned that
Hmm.
whatever we are doing, okay, one day we have to die, and what is the reason of it, and what is the consequences of, and why people cry. What is your role in
Yes.
this world?
Really
So it's
nice.
a great book. and language is very
Yes.
easy.
Hmm. Yeah, I always recommend this book to my learner who just start learning this language. So I always recommend because there are more than 100 chapter, I think,
Yes,
and they can read at least one or two chapter in a day. If
yes.
they feel the reading is boring for them, so they can start from that
Yes,
book.
yes. Yeah, it's a good actually, which I prefer even they can try with the very basic thing like a storybook. I prefer generally
Hmm.
like a storybook, or the story should be like within a 1 page or 2 page, not lengthy. Because what
Hmm.
happens now, what
Yes.
you feel like so many people they say reading books is a very monotonous task. It's becomes for
Hmm.
people it's a Herculean task. It's very
Yes.
difficult to sit even for me also. Now I'm into it because I'm learning since a very long time, even though in starting it was not a easy task for me, but
Hmm.
gradually by sitting by started learning, gradually I'm into it. But so what you feel
Hmm.
now, what people can do, they now just want to read but it's difficult to them to sit. Like
Mm-hmm.
my suggestions
Okay.
start with the storybook. So what you think?
Okay, I feel like if they are interested in something, if they are facing problem in their life, if they are struggling in communication, if they are struggling in relationships, so they should pick related to that genre. Like
Hmm.
if they can pick that book and then they can start reading, and if they will find their problem solution, and they will learn also. So like nowadays I am reading, I have completed that book, Talk Like a TED. Again I started reading that because I found it really interesting, so I want to read one more time. So because why I have chosen that book, because I am a YouTuber, I am teaching students, I need confidence, I need a good public speaking skill. So such type of book they should pick and they can start reading.
Hmm.
Like basically I want to say, if they have interest in something they should pick any book. But if the person is beginner, they don't know which book interests them, so they can start from storybook. As you told, they can
Hmm.
start from storybook, they can start reading out loud. So and if they like if they want to buy any book, there are many YouTubers suggesting nowadays you have
Hmm.
to read this, you have to read that. But if they buy many books,
Hmm.
and after buying they feel no, it's not my cup of tea, I'm not interested into it. So in that case what they can do, they can first listen to an audiobook. Their audiobooks are available on YouTube.
Hmm.
Free audiobook are available on YouTube, and they can first can listen to audiobook. If they found it interesting, then they can buy.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's very difficult task to choose a particular book, and in initially it is very difficult. Even I, when I started reading, that time I was also like that. Like, what should I read? Which book I should buy? But I bought Who Will Cry When You Die, so I found it really interesting. So they can also pick any of them
Hmm.
and start reading. And Who Will Cry When You Die, there is a PDF available on internet. They can
Hmm.
simply search and they can find
Yes.
PDF. I also have that PDF. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. But reading physical book is a different experience, and reading online
Hmm.
is a different.
Yes. Yes. We should prefer a physical book,
Yeah,
hard copy.
yeah. So that
Hmm.
actually, in what happens now when we go into it, when we are online, reading online, so it's very difficult
Mm-hmm.
to distract. It's very easy to distract, to get the distraction.
Yes.
So,
Right.
yeah. But when we are reading physical book, so it becomes quite, I mean, convenient.
Yes,
Is-
because when we feel we are reading something online, we are reading whole day. We
Hmm.
are consuming a lot of content online, but when we have something in our hand, so we feel more connected, or we feel yes, I am doing something productive.
Hmm.
So they can buy any book and they can start reading. Initially, it would be very difficult, but when they start reading, when they start enjoying it, and when they will see the results while speaking, while thinking something,
Yes.
so they can change their whole perspective after reading. Okay, so one more thing I would add here, that is they should try to uh, associate any hobby. Like if you have something you do something productive in the morning, so they can associate with that task to reading.
Hmm.
I also do the same. I always I keep my book around my pillow, my
Hmm.
bed. Like I always keep my book whenever I feel I should read. I don't have something to do. If there's some, like if I am like I book a session to have a conversation, but the person is little late, so I can
Hmm.
read 2 3 pages in the between. So
Hmm.
this is how they can like associate things. If they want
Hmm.
to read, they can associate. They should have a book in front of their eyes all the time,
Yes.
on their pillow. If they
Yes.
feel they are, while like before going to bed, they can read, so they can just put their book beside the pillow.
Hmm.
And if they love having tea or in
Yes.
balcony, so they can just
Yes.
put
Put.
one book there and then they can read.
Yeah.
So
Then
we
we
should
sleep
try to
in.
associate our
Yeah.
habits
Yeah.
to another. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is how they can
Yeah,
read.
this is how
What
they
do you
can
think?
start.
What
Yeah, same. Means
what would you suggest?
I always try to keep my books like in just nearby and on the table and
Yeah.
below my pillow. And especially because
Mm-hmm.
after means I sleep, I read before sleeping. So I try to
Mm-hmm.
keep the books
Okay.
means just nearby on the table. And so that
Okay.
because
Yes.
what happens is whenever we see the book, so we it just kind of reminder for me. Okay, I have to complete. I have
Mm.
to read this chapter. I have to complete this.
Yes. Okay, so I want to ask you one question. It is not related to reading. Uh, yes, reading is also helpful in this, but I want to know, if a person wants to start thinking in English, how can they start thinking in English, and what are the method they can think broadly in English?
Yeah.
Because it is very difficult to
Hmm.
think in English.
Yes.
We always think in our mother tongue, then we translate it and then we speak, so it takes a lot of time. Sometimes we start using filler words,
Hmm.
with kind of sound. So how can one think in English?
Yes, actually, this is a very good question, even, and which I feel this is a stepping stone or this is a foundation for the learners who want to learn this language.
Foundation.
What
Hmm.
happens, suppose if I'm because whatever mother tongue I have, either it can be Hindi or it can be any another Marathi. So what happens? It's very natural for us to think in our mother tongue.
Hmm.
But we have
Yes.
to put the conscious and deliberately we have to start. If I think,
Yes.
okay, no, I have to think in English, I have to think in English, so I can, it's very difficult for me. But in starting I have to put efforts. Suppose if I'm in the kitchen, so if I'm in the kitchen, so I can say now, right now I am in the kitchen, I am preparing tea,
Hmm.
I am pouring water,
Hmm.
and I am chopping vegetable. This is a container.
Hmm.
Very basic thing. This is a brush. After waking up, I am doing brush. I'm taking bath. I'm taking shower. I'm
Hmm.
getting ready. Like actually, if it depends if the person is a student, so according to their routine. If they are housewife,
Hmm.
according to their routine, don't go with the very big sentences, long sentences. Very basic thing. But suppose if I'm preparing,
Hmm.
so I can learn. Suppose I'm preparing tea, so I can learn the English
Hmm.
or I can think at that time, because that time I don't need to put lot of pressure. These are the very basic thing. Tea
Hmm.
leaf, we know that, okay, this is a tea leaf, this is sugar. Now I'm putting it. So this is the very basic thing. I'm taking water, I'm pouring water into the
Hmm.
pan. So this is the very basic step, but after 1 month or after 2 months your brain also start to think like that.
Hmm.
But in starting we have to put efforts even for doing the very basic thing. So
Yes.
for thinking English, we have to put effort without giving stress or without putting the conscious effort deliberately. It's difficult,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
when it becomes a pattern in our mind, so every time we feel confident or we feel comfortable while speaking English, because English comes automatically. What
Hmm.
happens
Yeah.
when we are into
English.
this language? So suppose somebody comes from goes our a room, or suppose somebody, so directly English word does just comes to my mouth, because it's a pattern
Hmm.
in our mind. Even sometimes we
Yes.
stop ourselves, because when we are in the gathering they are speaking Hindi, so we try to stop ourselves because words directly coming. Same thing
Yes,
our
it
mother
happens
tongue.
with me also.
Yeah.
Whenever I go somewhere, whenever I meet my relatives,
Friend, yeah.
so that time there are many words I start speaking
Hmm.
in between in Hindi.
Hmm.
But I feel what they will think, maybe
Yeah.
they are going to
Not
judge
to.
me, so I
Yeah.
stop
Yeah.
doing that.
This is the.
But yeah, that is natural now. Like I whenever I speak Hindi, that time also I
Words.
start speaking few words in
Yes.
English. Yeah, that
Yes.
is real. Yeah.
Even we are not deliberately doing, but words comes because
Words
of the
comes. Yeah.
pattern, because of the habit.
Yes.
The same word we are using our mother tongue, so same that word words are coming naturally.
Naturally. Yeah.
But I
It
think
is.
it happens and we have to face it. And sometimes people judge, but let them judge.
Yes.
Because if
Let
we are
them
trying
judge.
that
Yeah.
time to force our mind to think in a mother tongue, so our patterns or rhythm becomes means in that way, goes in
Slow.
that way.
Hmm. Yes.
So that is also important, and this is the which I feel this is a process of learning journey. These are the challenges we have to face. This is kind of
These
challenges,
are the challenge.
isn't it?
Hmm.
Because we are living in India, and we feel or we are working on our language skill, but we are feeling we have to speak in Hindi or we have to speak in any mother tongue because we are comfortable with that.
Yes.
Why people are
Hmm.
struggling, why still we are struggling, or so many people, because we are not getting the exposure,
Hmm.
isn't it?
Yes.
So
Yes.
what
Okay. So,
thing?
what are the activities are you doing nowadays for your English?
Okay, actually, the activities which I was doing, same activities I am doing. Like I do reading, listening,
Mm-hmm.
writing, as I already mentioned, and speaking. Like I'm making conversation with the people, and now I started teaching
Mm-hmm.
also.
Oh wow.
After,
You
yeah,
started teaching.
yes. So these things,
Great.
I means teaching. I started. It's been now 2 months after
Okay. How
getting
many students you have?
after five. I take 1-to-one session, and 6 student I have.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I
All are
take.
beginners or intermediate speaker?
It depends. Most of the beginner, but
Mm-hmm.
yes, it depends. Some are intermediate also because some most of the they are working professional.
Okay, they want to brush up their skill and
Yes.
you have one-on-one conversation. Wow, that's great. Like you started, I think, last year learning this language and now you are teaching.
Yeah, not last year actually. I have done my master. So after completing my master, so I was into this subject as a subject. But yeah, as a
Mm.
language, I started to. It's been, yeah, 6 months, even not 7-8 months. I started to connect with the people
Okay.
in the month of September. Means when I started to
Okay,
connect with the
yeah.
people through Skype.
So now you started earning also from this language.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this is the like beauty of this language. We
Yeah,
can learn and then we can earn.
yeah. Because obviously, na, this language, it's not even now, there is a lot of potential through this language, and
Hmm.
everybody needed it. I can feel, means how people are struggling. Even we are also, but it depends, means everybody's level is different. I
Yes,
am
so
also
we can
learner. I am
teach.
a learner first,
Le hmm.
but it depends whatever we are already learned or whatever we are learning. So we are sharing it. Same like on YouTube.
Hmm. Yes.
Yeah. So it depends on the level, but everybody is a learner, and people seriously they
Mm-hmm.
are facing a lot of difficulty because of this language.
Yes.
And
Because
the
of
main,
this language,
yeah,
yes.
because and the main barrier, na, it's the environment or exposure.
Hmm.
Because taking half an hour class or 25 minutes or 30 minutes class is not enough still. How much exposure
Yes.
we can get, we have to give ourselves.
Hmm. Yeah, so true.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how my these are the things which I'm doing, and yeah, it's going good. And I don't need means to do something else because these are the practices. How much I will
Yes.
brush
These
up
are
my.
the best practices we
Yeah,
can do. Yeah.
yeah. Main LSRW, that this is the basic method. And if you are
Basic method,
learning
yes.
means through this method, so this is the basic and this is the intermediate, and we can go advanced level through this practice.
Yes. So
Yes.
this, yeah. We
Yeah.
just need to check our level and according to our level, we have to choose the content.
Yes. And then topics come, then we started to talk to the people,
Mm.
vocabulary, idiom.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else you want to
No, I
ask?
don't have anything. I think
Okay.
we should wrap up this,
Yes.
otherwise it will go
Yeah, yeah.
long.
Yeah, yeah. We can wrap up and next time we will connect. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, some
Thank
other.
you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for having me.
Yes, same from my side. I love to connect with the people, and thank you for connecting with me.